In this ArcGIS Pro demonstration, we're going to show how to add some attribute data to a point layer. Alright, so we have a point layer open here called point sample. There's 3 points in here. One of them, most of the field data has been entered already. So I'm going to enter some attribute data for the rest of it. Alright, so these two here, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the ones I want to calculate right now. So I'm going to hold Control down and select these last two. And for cruise type, I'm going to go calculate field. And this is going to allow me to calculate them both at once. And I'm going to say cruise type is equal to, actually before I do that, I don't want to do it this way now that I think about it, because there is a actual drop down menu for this. So cruise type, I want to pick, this is a strip cruise that this is for, so I'll pick those. Easting and northing, I'm going to calculate those in a minute. Comment, I really don't have any comments for them. The strata, I will calculate, well, actually it's different for each one. So this one has a strata, hang on here, start point, that's this one on here, is strata A, so I'm going to double click there, type in A. And the other one is in strata A as well. Alright. Coordinate system I'm going to calculate in a minute, as well as elevation. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick one of these fields that I have yet to calculate it for, and before I do that, I'm going to take off this selection. So I'm going to clear the selection up here so that it will calculate for all the records. Right? There are some that are already have this data associated with the record, but it'll just recalculate it. Not a big deal. It's only one more record. So we'll start with coordinate. So I'm going to go calculate geometry is what I want to do. And so the coordinate is this thing called a point X and Y coordinate notation. Then I'm also going to calculate the elevation, which is the Z coordinate. And then I'm also going to calculate the easting, which is the X coordinate. And I'm going to calculate the northing, which is the Y coordinate. For my coordinate format, I'm going to say same as input coordinate system. I could just leave it as is, it'll use the current one, but alright, so I'm going to pick the current map, which is, as you can see, is NAD 83 UTM zone 14. So I'm going to click OK, and it's going to calculate all 4 of these fields in my table. Alright, so, and if you take a look at the coordinate, it gives you the easting first and then the northing, which is the normal way of doing things. And they're exactly the same as the easting and northing that I calculated separately. So there's probably no need to have all 3 of these. You could get rid of the coordinate, keep the easting and northing, or vice versa. The nice thing about this is you could go into the because these are actually double numbers, you could go in the numeric field. Well, let's open it up. Let's click field. Whoops. Table. Where's the fields? Fields here. It opens the fields for the point table. And if I wanted, I could go into my easting and northing under the numeric field, click the 3 dots here, and I could change the decimal to a single decimal. I'm never going to get any more accurate than that when we're working on the field. And I could do the same thing to this one. Okay, and I'm going to, nothing I need to save there. Go back to my point sample, and hang on here, it didn't change. Let's go back to the fields. So the save button is currently disabled due to unsaved edits. Oh, first I forgot in my point sample to save my edits, so I gotta go back to edit, save the points I created there, yes. And then now I can go back to here and I can save the changes I made in the numeric field. And now when I go back to my point sample, we can see that it is now been changed to a single decimal point. I guess you could argue that maybe I should have no decimal places, because getting that accurate on the field is anything more than the nearest meter. Even that's difficult at times. But anyways, that's how you can add some of the attribute data to these points. And that's it for now.